Listen carefully. This world is full of distractions, notifications, people's opinions, comfort, excuses. Every single day, something is trying to pull you away from your goals. And slowly, without even realizing it, you lose focus. You start strong, but you don't stay consistent. You say, "I'll do it tomorrow. I'm tired. I deserve a break." And just like that, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and nothing changes. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Success doesn't come from motivation. It comes from staying locked in. Locked in when it's boring. Locked in when it's hard. Locked in when nobody is watching. Because winners, they don't rely on feelings. They rely on discipline. There will be days you don't feel like working. Days when your mind says, just rest. Skip today. Start again next week. But that's the moment that defines everything. Because average people listen to that voice. But successful people, they ignore it. They show up anyway. Even when their energy is low. Even when their mood is off. Even when everything inside them is saying stop. They keep going. That's what it means to stay locked in. Let me tell you something powerful. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you are building a stronger version of yourself. Every time you say no to comfort and yes to your goals, you are separating yourself from 99% of people. Because most people, they want success, but they don't want the process. They want results, but they don't want the grind. They want the reward, but they avoid the work. But you're different. You're here for a reason. There's something inside you, a fire, a voice that keeps telling you you can do more. You're meant for more. And that voice is right, but it won't mean anything if you don't act on it. You don't need more motivation. You don't need the perfect plan. You don't need the right mood. You need focus. Deep, relentless, unstoppable focus. The kind where you sit down and block everything out. No distractions, no excuses, no overthinking. Just work. Because time is moving whether you act or not. Someone out there is working harder than you right now. Someone is staying consistent while you hesitate. Someone is getting closer to your dream while you're still thinking about it. So ask yourself, how bad do you really want it? Not in words, but in action. Because your actions, they reveal your truth. If you really want to win, then it's time to lock in. Turn off the noise. Stop seeking validation. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. That moment doesn't exist. The only thing that matters is what you do right now, this hour, this minute, because your future is being built in these moments. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Even if it's slow, even if it's uncomfortable, even if nobody notices. Keep going. Remember this, greatness is not built in one day. It's built in the days you didn't feel like showing up, but you did anyway. That's where the real growth happens. That's where champions are made. So stay locked in. When it's quiet, work. When it's hard, work. When you feel like quitting, work harder. Because every second you stay focused, you're getting closer. Closer to your goals, closer to your dream, closer to the life you want. And one day, people will look at you and say, wow, you're so lucky. But they won't see the late nights. They won't see the sacrifices. They won't see the moments you struggled, but kept going anyway. But you'll know. You'll know what it took. The discipline, the focus, the consistency, the decision to stay locked in. So starting today, make a promise to yourself. No more distractions, no more excuses, no more wasted time. Just focus, just discipline, just work. Because the life you want is not going to come to you. You have to build it, day by day, step by step, locked in, focused, unstoppable. Now get up, lock in, and work. Now listen, this is where most people fall off. Not at the beginning, but in the middle. when things stop being exciting, when progress feels slow, when results don't show up fast enough. That's where focus gets tested. That's where discipline starts to fade. And that's where most people quit, because it's easy to start. Anyone can be motivated for a few days. Anyone can feel inspired after watching a video. But very few people can stay locked in when it gets repetitive, when it gets boring, when it feels like nothing is working. That's the real test. Can you keep going when there's no applause, no recognition, no instant results? Because that's how success is built. In silence, in the unseen hours, in the moments where nobody is clapping for you, but you keep showing up anyway. Let me tell you something real. Boring is where success lives. The same routine, the same effort, the same grind, over and over again. That's what builds mastery. That's what builds greatness. But most people, they get addicted to excitement. They jump from one thing to another, looking for quick wins, looking for easy results. And because of that, they never stay in one place long enough to grow. But if you want to win, you have to be different. You have to embrace the boring. You have to fall in love with the process, because the process is what creates the results. There will be days where you question everything, days where you feel stuck, days where your mind is filled with doubt. Is this even worth it? Am I wasting my time? What if I fail? And in those moments, your focus will try to break. But that's when you remind yourself why you started, the vision, the goal, the life you want. Because if you lose sight of that, you'll lose your drive. You don't need to feel confident every day. You don't need to feel motivated every day. You just need to stay committed, because commitment is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. Think about it. Every successful person you admire, they had moments like this. Moments of doubt, moments of struggle, moments where quitting felt easier. But they didn't stop. They stayed locked in. And that's the difference. Not talent, not luck. Consistency, doing the work, again and again, no matter how you feel. You see, your mind will always look for comfort. It will always try to convince you to take the easy path, to rest, to delay, to avoid the hard things. Because that's how the brain works. It wants safety, but growth doesn't happen in comfort. Growth happens when you push through resistance, when you do what's hard, when you keep going, even when everything feels heavy. So instead of running away from discomfort, start chasing it, because that's where your next level is. On the other side of struggle, on the other side of effort, on the other side of discipline. And understand this, every time you push yourself, even a little, you're expanding your limits. You're becoming stronger, more focused, more unstoppable. This journey, it's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would succeed. But they don't, because most people quit too early. They quit when it gets hard. They quit when results are slow. They quit when they don't see immediate success. But you're not here to quit. You're here to become something greater, something stronger, something unstoppable. So stay locked in, even when progress feels invisible, even when nobody believes in you, even when you feel like giving up, because progress is happening, even if you can't see it yet. Every hour you put in, every bit of effort, it's adding up. One day, it will all make sense. All the struggle, all the sacrifice, all the discipline, it will pay off. But only if you don't stop. Only if you stay consistent. Only if you stay locked in. So block out the noise. Ignore the distractions. Stop chasing shortcuts. Stop looking for easy ways. There is no shortcut. There is no secret. There is only work. Focused work, consistent work, relentless work. And if you can do that, if you can stay locked in while others are distracted, if you can stay disciplined while others are quitting, then trust me, your time is coming. So keep going, keep pushing, keep grinding. even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because in those moments, you are building something powerful, a mindset that doesn't quit, a focus that doesn't break, a version of yourself that refuses to lose. Stay locked in, stay focused, and keep working, because you're closer than you think. Subscribe for new videos every day.